Hey guys, Mishka here. Alright, this is a little bit of a different video than normal. Instead of showing you some Orbus stuff, I'm going to be showing you a wonderful website that you can use to help you with Orbus called the Armory. It is set up by Alphabet, which is an endgame guild that used to be like the guild to go to. They've since kind of dropped off a little bit, but you can still see some of their good players like Rickness and Potato Online often. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what the Armory has to offer. So it's got a whole bunch of things that it can do. The main thing that people use is to look up their characters. So if I look up Mishka, right, we can see here Mishka is level 30 in every class. We can see the armor that he currently has equipped, including tiles and affixes on it. Right, we can see the mount, the pet, the tools, the weapon, the rings. So we can see all the stuff that he has equipped. We can see the different classes he's got, how long Mishka has been in game. We can also see, oh, it might not pull up. There we go. We can kind of see the rankings for different things that he's done. This isn't necessarily accurate, and I'll show you in a minute here. We can see the Armory achievements. This is not necessarily Steam achievements. It's their own achievements that they've added in. We can see their charts. So we can see how much weight has Mishka caught. How many monsters has he killed? PvP grounds won, PvP captures, resources gathered, battleground kills, etc., etc. Whole bunch of stuff, and then last but not least, the PvE. We can see I've done 128 Broken Hall 1s, I've done 73 15 Ancient Temples, we can see how many raids I've done, and the last shards that I've completed, and the last raids that I've completed. Right. So that's pretty awesome. That's just the details that you can pull up about a specific character. If we look over here, run lists. I don't even know what that means. Shard dungeons. Here we go. All right, so we can see the fastest times and who they are attributed to. So we see that the fastest level 15 dungeon run has been by Elysium. These were the people involved in it. This was the time remaining, and these were the affixes. You can see the second fastest time was by Carnage with these players, this much time, these affixes, so on and so forth. It'll tell you the fastest times. We scroll down, we can get to different dungeons, but Broken Halls is going to be the fastest because it's such a short dungeon. Let's see, what else we got here? We got raids. It's pretty much the same thing as the shard dungeons. It's going to show you the fastest time for raid bosses. That was weird. Fastest time for raid bosses, so we see normal mode, 11 seconds on the Seamstress was done by Carnage with these players here, right? And they've got the high score for pretty much everything because Carnage is crazy. Oh, these are all Seamstress. Well, they killed that boss really fast a lot of times. Here we go, current PvE. That'll tell you which guilds are currently the top-ranked PvE guilds if it was working. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe it's just not working for me. For shard dungeons, we see Carnage is in first place, followed by Elysium, Rebels, Dysfunctional, Mo, so on and so forth, all the way down. And it tells you their fastest time. How many members they have, and how many shards they've completed as a guild. Same thing with raids. And then if we go to individual, this is where I like to spend my time. Load. There we go. You've got all these different categories, and you can see where people stand. So I like to say fish caught by weight all time. Boom, Mishka's number 3. What's up? I still got a while to go to pass up Elk, and Elk is catching up to Rickness, who's got 69, 69, 69. Nice. So on and so forth. Yeah. The legacy stuff, that's either old game or before the pre-clearing shard fix. We've got utilities, so we have a player graph, which you can see right here. There's 129 people currently on Orbus. If we load up the player graph, this one usually takes a little bit to load because it's pulling a lot of data. But what it'll do is it'll show a graph of how many people have been online at what time of each day. So you can get a good idea of how often. Here we go, right? So we can get a good idea of the activity. You're going to notice around Christmas time. Boop, so Christmas was right here. We had 159 people, and the next thing you know, we had 230, 270. Yeah, we've gotten a big spike here. You can see when Reborn launched, 341 people. Yeah, People say, oh, Orbus is dying. The numbers don't show that at all. If anything, we are more active than we have been in the past. So, yeah. Let's see. We also have public events. This is a nice little tool. It'll tell you, look at that. These are the events. They're started. This is how long they have until they end. The next set of events are these right here. So if you want to go public event hunting, right, to really focus on leveling up and being as efficient as you can, this is a wonderful tool because, again, it tells you, all right, these are the events that are up right now. In 4 minutes and 57 seconds, Demon's Cave Green Beam will be up. It starts in 10 minutes and 10 seconds. It ends in this amount of time, right? So you can go, okay, we're going to do Obnobi here, and then we can go, oh, no, let's do Knight's Fort so that we can again do Essence Mine, and then we can go to the Portal events, so on and so forth, and you can plan it out. As you see, it goes on for 4.5 hours. It's pretty long list of, yeah, that's nice. Combat Parser. If you're on PC, you can go to this PC, C, Users, Your Name, App Data, Local Low, Orbus Online, OrbusVR, Combat Log. You take that combat log and you drag it into here, and it will parse the DPS, right? So you can click on it. There were no recorded fights. That's not surprising. We'll pick this one then, right? And it has different fights. Tell you what we'll do is we'll come over here and we will look up Mishka. So we're going to search for any parses that have Mishka in them. Here we go. Alright, so this one is from December 15th. Let's see what I did, huh? Select combat. Let's go. I don't know, Ancient Guardian. Was I involved in this one? There we go. So this tracks your DPS. So you're going to see I was doing very low DPS. I think I was tanking on this one. So you can see the DPS there. You can see the total party DPS, individual DPS, so on and so forth. You can choose the smoothing seconds. So like, give me the average of every 2 seconds. So you can see these are when the guy was shielded. This is when he wasn't shielded, so on and so forth. You can see the total damage down here. Yeah, it's a really cool utility. And you got the Transmog Station where you can pick different items. So let's do the Challenger Helm. We want let's do Brick Major Die and Magic Purple Accent Die. So you can see how things would look there. FAQ gives you kind of, a rundown of all it is, telling you how if they calculate PvE score, leaderboard isn't right, blah, blah, blah. Are you the company behind Orbus? No. So yeah, it's a wonderful utility. I highly suggest you use it. It's got a ton of information on it, like you've seen. So whenever people say the Armory, this is how they do it. Whenever we're sitting there in a high step and I say, oh, that's a nice armor you got there. Look at that +2 armor with 159 intellect. This is how I'm doing it. I'm looking you up on the Armory and I'm pulling your data. So yeah, highly suggest using it. It's a great resource. Definitely recommend. So yep, happy hunting.